You're listening to Unpacking with PAISAL.
Oh, that's a name.
I am one of your hosts. My name is Paige, and this is the very lovely
Jessal.
Oh, so you agree you're very lovely. We took a brief break for like 4 or 5 months. That started because we got COVID. We had a very, very sick day each.
Yeah, very sick day.
I was incredibly worried about your survival, Jessel.
I don't know about survival, but
having that's to go what I was worried about. I know what I was worried about.
Yeah.
But it all worked out, except that I've pretty much been exhausted ever since. And part of that is definitely from being sick, but part of it is also that I've been working a lot more. So anyone who follows me on social media might have noticed that pretty much for that entire time I have been on a social media rest. So I've been off social media for months because I have very limited energy outside of work. So I'd like to spend that at the moment or looking back in the last few months, I have wanted to spend that limited energy on engaging in person with the people in my life.
That's good.
I can see we're going to take a little while to ease back into this.
Well, I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Unpacking with PAISAL is going to be our new spin-off series.
Spin-off?
Yeah. I think really it was a combination of things, but at the end of the day, I was not that interested in continuing with talking in depth about our relationship journey. It was feeling a lot same-ish to me, and I don't see the point.
You're already bored.
I'm not bored of you.
Well, didn't sound like it.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, my thought was that instead, as a couple in a domestic relationship, we could unpack different topics. So unpacking with PAISAL.
Oh, I get it now.
It was a pun.
You never do puns. That's never happened before.
Well, there's a first time for everything. And with this, maybe there's a millionth time for everything or some things.
That's not always the first time.
You don't think so?
Not always. There's always... Wait, what?
I think you lost yourself there.
You say there's always the first time for everything?
Yeah. Because if there's not a first time, is it even a thing?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Some things haven't happened yet.
So they're not a thing yet. It's not a thing until it's happened, in which case...
There's something that hasn't happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Unpacking.
So for this very special first episode of Unpacking with PAISAL, it made sense to make it about Scream. So this is my Scream 2022 steelbook. It's the requel, the Scream requel, which has the same name as the 1996 film, but it is a continuation of that story.
Of the story that they finished in Scream.
The story from 5. This one?
Scream 4.
Yeah. So this is the original 1996, except it's not, because they, what do you call it?
Call what?
When they like make it into 4K.
I don't know if you would say restore, but
yeah, So it's, I guess, a 4K restoration.
Yeah.
It was really awesome seeing that for the first time, because my first experience with Scream and Scream 2 was back around 1998 when I saw them both on VHS. And I had never experienced it in such high quality. And I think it's HDR as well, which is supposedly more lifelike color and depth of color.
Yeah, I guess they have a wider range of colors.
Kind of lost on me since I'm colorblind, but I do notice that things in HDR don't quite look as artificial as regular film to me.
Yeah.
I think especially things like blood, and in Scream there's a lot of blood. That never looks right on film for me.
It depends.
What does it depend on?
What sort of blood they use.
Yeah. See, they should really just do the real thing.
Oh my God.
Method acting.
Should I be worried?
No. Well, we're not acting. Well, I mean,
that's the
we're
problem.
being silly, but it's not acting. Anyway, this is just.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, because it affects the mic.
This is the Scream 1 to 4 collection on DVD. Not going to say that.
This is not the Blu-ray, so it would be close to what the VHS copy was. Be slightly
DVD
better.
quality is slightly better than VHS, and also does allow the aspect ratio to be a bit better. One more thing before I actually explain what this is about. The Ultimate Guide to Scream. This is the only time I've ever purchased an Entertainment Weekly. It was for this special Scream edition, which is awesome. It's got interviews and photos and what's it say? Exclusive. Nev Campbell, Gottlieb Cox, David Arquette on the new film and the whole bloody saga.
Yeah.
That was just to give you a slight insight into my Screamer session.
Yeah, very slight.
Very slight. Yes, that is correct.
How many times would you say you've watched the original Scream?
That's irrelevant.
Does that mean you've lost count?
Yeah. What?
Okay.
How
many
I
times
can't
have you?
count that high. What do you think? I'm a genius? How
about the latest one?
Less than 10 times, I'd say. Came out in Jan. It was like 6 months ago, probably. I am very excited for Scream 6, although I am concerned about the pay disputes. Anyway. So, yes, it is probably my most consistent obsession over my life. I've had some things come and go where I have intense passions for a little while and then I move on to something else.
Hopefully that doesn't include me.
I was wondering if you would make that joke.
Yeah, me too.
So, unpacking with PAISAL. This year, I expect to turn 40.
Expect. That's an interesting way of putting it.
You know, it's hopeful. Hopefully, I make it to 40. It's not guaranteed. Things happen. We've seen a lot of things happen. And, you know, one thing life has on offer is a smorgasbord, an absolute smorgasbord of ways to die.
Yes.
And hopefully we live into old age, because I think we would be a lovely old couple.
You got tickets on yourself? Lovely old couple.
Back to me expecting to turn 40 later this year. Neither of us usually really do like occasion gifts. It's not really, I don't know, doesn't interest me, but also
There's no obligation.
yeah, well, you know, it's the obligation that's a gift, Jessal. That's a reference to a community episode with Annie and Jeff arguing. I don't know about arguing, but
Discussing
and disagreeing about gift giving. I think
in that specific scenario.
Yeah, I think it's not special if there's just an expectation that on a certain day every year someone gives you a gift or you give someone a gift. I feel that it's special though if someone gives you a gift at just some random time because they saw something, it made them think of you, so they got it and they gave it to you as a gift. I think that there's a big difference there for me. And
are you saying that the thought behind the gift and not the occasion is more important?
Yeah. And when I say it's the thought that counts, I don't mean, oh, I thought about giving you a gift, but I didn't. But I did think about it, and it's the thought that counts. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I've lost my train of thought, and it's happened a few times in this episode already. My apologies if this is incoherent babble. But since turning 40 is a bit of a milestone, Jessal decided to do the big grand gesture of a gift.
I don't know about grand gesture. It's a gift.
But I already have the gift. So it definitely has become more about the thought than the occasion, because I've received it months before I'm expected to turn 40.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You're expected, so I might as well give it to you now before you don't make it to 40.
Yeah, good point.
If the world ends before then, be like, oh man, I didn't get that present.
The world could end any day now. It's just a fact. People are not very good at looking after the planet, but there are also things like unavoidable asteroids and similar things to asteroids, coronal mass ejections.
What the hell is that?
It's flares from the sun.
Oh, okay.
One of those, it can be like, you know, it's like the flicky thing,
yes.
In Lord of the Rings, where it just like flicks up and grabs Gandalf. There's like a coronal mass ejection. It's like that.
Okay.
Except it probably won't draw us in. It would just like
cut us in half or boil us.
No, we'll just spontaneously combust and disintegrate, I'd say. Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Ashes to ashes, as they say.
I don't think there would be ashes.
Oh,
if you said we're vaporized, then I don't think there's anything left.
Vaporized. Did
you say vaporized?
What?
Did you say vaporized?
I don't know. That was ages ago. That was like seconds ago. I don't remember. I'm just like rambling at this point.
Oh, no.
We still haven't gotten to the gift though.
So with the gift, I had two things that I thought would be a good present. And then I didn't know which one to pick. So I asked Paige which one she would prefer. And then what I ended up getting was neither.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Because I got something else that was better in my mind. Better option, at least.
And I agree.
Oh, why do you agree?
You don't want me to agree?
That's not the point.
Well, because you told me what the other two things were.
Yes.
And I've received this one. So I know which one I prefer. I would have been happy with any of them. But I'm definitely happy knowing that out of the three options, this was the one.
The one.
The one. So without further ado, my love, Jessal babe, could you please bestow upon me the gift so I can unwrap it? Wow, it's huge. So you're going to tell the audience the real reason you gave it to me early?
The real reason? Was it because I wouldn't be able to hide it?
Well, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have kept it for a few weeks now in this wrapper. If you're watching, you can see it. If you're listening, you cannot. Yeah, I just explained how vision works, I think. Jessal, can you explain what this is?
It's a poster of Scream to 2022 with Neve Campbell on it. And it's the poster that she has signed. And it's framed with a plaque saying Neve Campbell and Sydney Prescott in quotations. And there's a certificate of authenticity. Certificate of authenticity.
Now I have to figure out where to put this because I'm guessing it will be sensitive to fading. So I'm going to have to put it somewhere where it doesn't get sun every day. At the moment, it's going to go up here where the audience can get. So there you have it. Thank you very much for the best gift. Thank you very much for the best gift I have ever received.
I don't know why you keep saying that. That's puts a lot of pressure on the gift as well as putting everything you received so far under the bus.
My deepest apologies to everybody who has given me less desirable gifts up until this point. Hey, I mean, I had to lean into that.
Had to, I don't know.
Decided to, yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for the first episode of Unpacking with PAISAL. We will be back at some stage, probably not in the next month, because I have a lot going on.
We're going on holiday and then, yeah.
Lots of stuff. None of people's business.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. And anyway, we will have a think about the first few topics that we can unpack, and we'll be back with a brand new episode soon. Thanks. You've been awesome. Bye for now.
Bye.